Hey, yo, what up? This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Been a crazy week. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of that stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. Also, if you want to join our community, you can hit the join button. We have two levels of community. We have community members, where we give shout outs, love, early access to videos. And then we have a monthly music club where we have our own Discord. We do our own private live streams where we're all on camera once a week and just kind of talk hip hop. But I'm thankful for everybody that's here in whatever capacity you show up. So yeah, man, it's been a crazy past couple of days. If you're keeping track of all things Drake, a little more than a week ago, him and Conductor Williams have something called Fighting Irish Freestyle, and it made its way online, right? Wasn't a recorded track, but it's a video of Drake spitting the lyrics from his phone, which if you're a rapper, everyone has done this. Before you get in the booth, you audition the rhyme for whoever's in the room. You make sure you get the rhyme right. You start to internalize it. So you're reading it off your phone to start to memorize it, to get comfortable with the flow, where you take your breaths at, etc., etc. A lot of people made a big deal about him reading off of the phone. That wasn't a big deal to me. But Fighting Irish Freestyle. So the big headline is that Drake aimed bars at LeBron, right? LeBron James, without ever naming him. He starts off in the beginning, towards the beginning of it, he says, the world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brother got tickets. Seemed like they love every minute. Just know this shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business. The pop out. Even my brothers got tickets to the pop out. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar's pop out concert. Seemed like they loved every minute. And then naming the song Fighting Irish Freestyle, which is like the unofficial name, right, is a reference to LeBron. When he played in high school, he played for St. Vincent St. Mary, and the team is the Fighting Irish, right? So there's LeBron undertones throughout the whole thing. There's also another line where he says, 6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. This is one in trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug up some ditches. I missed this in my first video, but apparently 6 Degrees is a nightclub in Toronto where Drake held a release party for his So Far Gone mixtape back in 2009, and LeBron was in attendance. So I saw that on Genius. Shout out to Genius for that. Important to note, Drake never technically claimed the track, right? He never came right down and said, hey, this is my new one with Conductor. It was just like alluded to. But Chubbs from Drake's team did like a post from, if you guys on social media, Keep Six Solid. There's this social account that is very like pro Drake. So Keep Six Solid did a post where they kind of implicated, they showed that the track was about LeBron, that bars were aimed at Bron, and Chubbs liked the post. So seemingly a cosign, right? Like that's what counts as a cosign in 2025. Not like 100% confirmed, but wink, wink. Everybody knows it's about Bron. So I stand by my first video. I think the rhymes were dope. I think the scheme, how he kept the scheme throughout, I thought that was dope, and Drake has done it before. It wasn't like we never seen anybody keep a rhyme scheme throughout like that, but it was dope to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a fan of writing, and when I see shit like that, so that was dope. Drake is spilling his feelings on the track, as he often does. So, if you listen to the track, Drake feels betrayed because Bron was his man for real. And seeing Bron at Kendrick's pop-out concert, seeing Bron just vibing to Kendrick songs, on social media or at certain parties, and sounds like Drake feels betrayed, right? And, I get it. It hurts. But hey, Not Like Us is a hit record. Not Like Us is an absolute smash. It's a diss record, and it's one that Drake took very personally. Of course, could he not, off of the things that were said in that record? But man, it's a dope fucking record. If you're a fan of hip hop, how can you not like that record? And LeBron's a hip hop fan, and it just seems that Drake expected more from his friend, right? And y'all got to be real with yourselves. A lot of y'all out there is petty too. And y'all will react, and y'all will be upset too. So to me, on face value, I'm just like, okay, Drake is getting his feelings off like Drake does. It's what we loved about him from the beginning, the way he was able to emote, the way he's emotional on records, the way he could spill into these feelings and make it into a dope rhyme. It's not a ton of violation here, like within the song. If you take the song and the lyrics for face value, it's not a ton of violations. There's no real violation whatsoever. It's just Drake saying, hey, I thought you was my man, And I feel like you violated our friendship, and I'm disappointed, and we ain't friends no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. But then there's one line that's now coming true. There's one lyric that he's spitting there that now looking back on it, I said, oh, he was foreshadowing what's about to happen. There's one line that's coming true that's venom and that has consequences in real life, right? It's in verse 2 where he says, and then he's cried the blues for you, saying it wasn't malicious, talking about we family. Well, I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling. God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. At first, to me, I'm like, okay, that's just the line. Almost like, yo, imagine how you would feel if somebody dragged your name through the dirt like Kendrick did to me. You wouldn't like it. Imagine, like, put yourself in my shoes, you know? So I kind of took it at first. God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. But now it's feeling like that was a warning. That was a foreshadowing of things to come. Also important to note, like, again, is my position. While Kendrick called Drake a pedophile and not like us, or alluded to it for those who want to argue semantics, because once the pre-lawsuit stuff started coming out with UMG, you know, I saw a lot of people, well, technically Kendrick never called him I'm not here to argue semantics with anybody, right? But while Kendrick, you know, did allude these things or say these things, and you know, it's a nasty thing to put on somebody's jacket. It absolutely is. Drake did accuse Kendrick of beating his lady and being in some weird love triangle with his child's mother and his best friend, and there's a kid involved. So Drake threw mud too. And we gotta remind that Drake threw mud too, man. And it's just Kendrick had the better records. Kendrick absolutely had the better records, and those disses stuck because the records were better and the timing and the strategy was better. But I'll say it again, crazy diss, but I don't believe Drake is a pedophile. Like, it's a diss record. I never believed it. I was never walking around. You can check all my videos. I'm like, it's a crazy thing to say on record, but I'm not walking around calling him this in his real life. I don't believe it. But anyway, so what did Braun do? What was Braun guilty of? Liking a song, being a fan of your rap op, you know what I'm saying? Who, by the way, is an incredible artist on his own, who was already a star before this battle, and someone who LeBron was a fan of and probably had a relationship to previous to the battle. But you're Drake, you feel betrayed. I get the feeling. Like I told you, I'm not even being like, I get it. I get feeling betrayed. Is it some type of violation of a bro code? Sure, let's say yes. But just because there's now dirt on Drake's name, which Braun didn't put on his name, now that there's dirt on Drake's name because of Not Like Us in the battle, does that mean you now have to violate Braun and tarnish his public image? Because he liked the song? Because he went to a concert? Because now you just don't like that, you feel like he's too close, too much of a fan of Yab? Because that's what's happening. And Drake is using the media to do it. Now it is not even a rap song anymore. Now it's not even about who said what line or who said what in the line. And Braun's not a rapper, so Braun's not going to go back and forth with you on the diss song. So now using the media to do it is coming through academics. This is the part for me where it gets weird, where it gets uncomfortable for me, because it starts to move further away from rap. It starts to move further away from music, where I'm most comfortable in that space. I'm not as comfortable talking about other people's business or the stuff that exists outside of music. A lot of times they bleed into each other. It's part of the job. It's part of what we do. But I'm not as comfortable. So I'm going to move through this quickly, like an overview. There are plenty of others who dive deep if you want those type of videos. There are plenty of others out there who kind of do that part way better than me. Academics actually, you know, you just got to watch these academics videos. He went deep into it, and now he's a part of the story. He actually is a part of the story. So it starts with a designer dude by the name of Chris Blake Griffin. He had a connection with Drake. he had a whole separate situation that I'm not even going to get into. Like, that's a whole other can of worms. He had a whole other separate situation, but he was looking for some help and some support from Drake. I guess they have some type of relationship, enough of a relationship to DM each other back and forth. And he asked Drake for some help, and Drake said no. And Drake likened his situation, the Chris dude likened his situation that he was in to Drake's pre-lawsuit motions with UMG. And in the DMs, Drake gave a hypothetical situation about, he tried to clarify. He was basically like, how fucked up would it be? Like Drake is now talking about his UMG situation. And his whole thing is like, UMG funded and supported an anti-Drake campaign by supporting Not Like Us, by supporting Kendrick. So that's the whole pre-lawsuit thing, right? So Drake gives a hypothetical in these DMs and says, how fucked up would it be if Nike funded a campaign about LeBron cheating on his wife? And then that's where this thing kind of starts, right? That's where this, God forbid, we tarnish your public image. So the guy, Chris, leaks screenshots of these DMs. Ack says he confirmed with Drake. Ack goes to check the validity of it, and he says he had confirmed with Drake that the DMs posted by Chris were fake. Chris then posts a video scroll, like a screen record your phone and a video scroll, showing that the DMs were real. It doesn't look fake. You know what I'm saying? After he posted the video scroll, and then he did a whole interview with that academic. So now there's a whole thing about, well, these DMs do seem real, and did Drake lie to academics when hit Drake and said, yo, what's up with these DMs? And Drake said they were fake. All right, did he lie to Ack? Later on, separate from that situation, the reason why I bring that up is because in that DM, remember, was the hypothetical about, well, if Nike funded a campaign about Bron cheating on his wife. So that's where like the seed of it is planted. Remember, the line is, God forbid we tarnish your public image, right? Was that the line? God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. So this is where the seed is planted, okay? So later on, separate from that situation, Ack went on and flat out, academics went on his live stream and flat out accused LeBron of cheating on his wife. I took the quote from a Complex article. He says, yo, LeBron, I talked to enough whores in Canada. That's wild. I talked to enough whores in Canada. I talked to enough people. Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I heard. Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Again, the tease, right? God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. Drake teasing it, Ack coming right out and saying it. So maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go on two mans, okay? You've been cheating on your goddamn wife. Drake used to facilitate the hoes. This is a lot of information. And basically, essentially, you can't dance to a song about him being a pedophile. He used to supply you with the bitches. So that's an act. I'm not going to lie. I'm washed. I have no idea what a two-mans is. I've never used this terminology, never heard this terminology, never participated in these type of activities. I can only imagine using context clues what they're saying. I'm not going to go into it further, but, whatever. They was tag team and they were, I don't know. I don't live this life. I'm telling you, I'm so washed. So Ack is claiming that he got this information from women in Canada, right? From specific types of women in Canada. But look, man, and this is the part where my opinion starts to come into this. This is the part, but my educated opinion, like just kind of reading, like you seeing the play, you seeing what's going on. To me, this seems to be sanctioned by Drake. Remember, Ack made it clear, I talked to enough whores in Canada. So he's, okay, right off the bat, he's saying, he's letting you know, this is where I got my information from. So maybe he got it from Drake, maybe he didn't. Let's just take him at his word. He got it from the women in Canada. But to me, it seems to be sanctioned by Drake. This is where the seed was planted. Remember, God forbid we ever got to tarnish your public image. And a week later, it's happening. Now it's more than just a rap line. This is being put into motion. Again, let's take Ack at his word and say Drake didn't give him this info. I'm all for benefit of the doubt. I'm all for argument's sake. I'm all for, okay, let's take you at your word. It was women from Canada. It wasn't for Drake. Drake's not stopping the info. He's letting it rock. He's letting it play out. This chess, man. This is a chess move. To me, and it's my opinion. This is just my opinion. To me, this all seems to be sanctioned and okayed by Drake and put in motion by Drake. He is behind it. This is my opinion. This is how I read the situation. The lyric is coming to life. If I'm wrong, we'll see. And if I get information that is like, Rob, you're wrong, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. The same problem, I'm very clear when I'm telling you, yo, this is just my opinion. Now, whether the rumors about Braun are true or not, because this is all alleged, right? It's an attempt to tarnish his public image. For what? Or because he liked the song? Because he went to the pop-out concert? Come on, man. Like I wasn't mad at Fighting Irish. Like I said, I get it. Say, bro, you were partying to that song that dissed me. I thought we were friends. Damn, that hurt me. I get the disappointment. I get the hurt feelings, right? But a smear campaign because he went to a concert, because he liked the song, because he posted it on the gram, because he was at his birthday party rapping to Man at the Garden. A smear campaign because he liked the biggest rap song of 2024. Did something else happen behind the scenes that we missed? Because this is going out sad, man. Braun didn't make the song, Kendrick did. And the battle is done. It's over. Nothing will change the outcome. All of this is just making it worse. Sometimes you got to take the L and go. We've all been there before. You take a L and go. You know, sometimes, look, man, how you handle your L's is just important as how you get your W's. Ain't nobody out here undefeated, man. It happened to the best of us. There was a world where post-battle, this was going to be all right. And, you know, I'm an optimist by nature. I know a lot of people don't believe that. They're like, man, he was done. As soon as Not Like Us, he was done. It was over. I'm an optimist by nature. And I don't want to see anybody's career ruined or destroyed. I like to see artists, especially the great ones, but anybody who's creating art, go out on their own terms. But this is bad, man. This just looks like the smear campaign against LeBron. And you foreshadowed it into a song, and a week later, your man who you know, you give direct contact to, and first of all, it seems like you lied about the DM being real. You said the DM was fake. All right. You know, if that's your man, it's like, damn, don't get me bad. I'm in the media too, right? And I speak to artists. Never nothing of this consequence, or I don't want to say never, but you know, I don't deal with the controversy like that. So I'm not into the gossip part of it. But it's like, damn, if you don't feed me bad information. Don't use me because of my platform. And I've been in situations. This is gonna go on long, but I'll tell y'all real quick. I'm not gonna say who. But there was a big artist who was in jail for a number of years. And it kept coming in the media that he was coming out. Yo, so-and-so's coming out. So-and-so's coming out. So-and-so's coming out. Yo, it's about to happen. He's about to come out. He's about to come out. And it would never happen. It was like false starts all the time. So then, and this is when I'm working at MTV. One morning, there's the rumor so-and-so's out of jail. So I'm like, oh shit, let me go confirm this. So I call so-and-so's DJ early in the morning. Yo, is it true so-and-so got out of jail? Yeah, man, he got out, man, last night. And we was in the studio all night, man. I'm going home now. I'm going to sleep. But we was in the studio. We knocked out some joints. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, I got an exclusive. Like I confirmed it. It's not a rumor no more. I confirmed it. So I'm about to go type this thing up, this article, because the DJ I'm feeling like is my man. He gonna give me good information. Something told me if you go to a it's online. You go to the jail website, you can see who's been released and who hasn't been released. And something told me, yo, just go double check the jail website. So I double checked, looked up the rapper's government name, and said he was still in custody. I said, all right. Sometimes those websites, those databases take a while to update, take a couple hours. I could be the system just hasn't updated. Let me call the prison. I called the prison because a lot of police with a lot of police departments and prisons, they have like PIO desks, public information offices, where the press can call and people can call to get public information, and that's a matter of public record. So I called. Lady told me, nah, so and so is still in our custody. I'm arguing with the lady. Nah, you got to be wrong. I just spoke to so and so. They said they was with him last night. Sir, I don't know what to tell you. He's still in our custody. Thank God I checked. So then I called the DJ back. Hey, man, I looked up on the website and I spoke to somebody in jail. They say he's still in there. Oh, my bad, man. I just told you that. I just got sick of people calling me, man. Once the rumors started, everybody started calling me. And I just got sick of it, man. But I'm like, damn, bro. So what that got to do with me? You could have told me, hey, man, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to comment on it. Hey, I can't really say. Like, there was a couple of ways that you could have handled it. You could have not picked up the phone. You picked up the phone and told me a whole damn lie. Now, I'm in the media. I'm like, now, if I would have reported that, that's my ass. And I worked at MTV News at the time. It was a real newsroom. Like, we really had to fact check our stuff. Things are a lot looser these days. I say that, and I went off that tangent on an anecdote, but all of us have relationships with artists, right? And Ak has his relationship with Drake. And then we have platforms that we speak on. Ak has a huge platform. It's like, damn, bro, don't feed me bad information, though. Don't have me out here looking crazy. Like don't be out here telling me whole lies or using me or pumping information through me. And then I'm going to be the bad guy at the end of the day. I'm going to be the one who has to pay for it and has to answer it. Game is tricky, yo. The game is tricky. That's a tangent. But I think this is nasty. I think if Bron went to the Pop Out concert, like the biggest song of 2024, yes, it hurts. The smear campaign is nasty, and it feels like Drake is behind it. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. I know there's gonna be some people who disagree with me, and that's cool. But these are just my thoughts. All right. Till the next time. Peace.